Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's that, buddy? I want. All right, there you go, right there. Hey, what's up, man? I was just trying to see which button is which. On this iPad, on this keypad, I'm trying to get more familiar with it. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker. All right, so I got some hot topics that I want to talk about and elaborate on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all being in the building. I also want to make sure that that I tag some people real quick. So just bear with me. But yeah, bro, I got some hot topics for far as for what I seen, man. I just want to talk about that. I might not be long tonight, but definitely, I want to talk about some of the stuff that I've been seeing, right? And it's just in the world of youth football. And I'm pretty glad about the fact that a lot of these coaches are stepping out. Um, I will say this, bro. So far lately, my favorite group has been DFW. That's been the most lit group. If y'all haven't seen them, it's pure excitement. A lot of trash talking. One of the guys that actually making that group, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to kick him out. But I mean, that's what happened, man. When you speak truth, a lot of people don't want to hear it. So that young man, I mean, whoever that is, I think he's the one that's making that group in particular a good one. Feel what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just making sure that, like I said, I tag a few people before I go ahead and get started with what I'm doing. But man, how y'all doing today? Hopefully, y'all having a great day. We could talk a little bit of youth football. Like I say, it always goes in the direction that y'all want it to go in. So, based on whatever y'all want to talk about, that's what we talk about. But like I say, I don't anticipate being long tonight. But I'll say this, man. I am loving what I've been seeing over, over the past couple of days, that let me know that a lot of these games will be made and played. There wouldn't be no ducking. In fact, there shouldn't be no ducking, especially when you got certain teams calling out, other individuals. So we should be getting some really good games, man. Hopefully they actually make it happen instead of just talking. And, like we should be seeing it. But the first game that I want to talk about, man, what this guy was talking about, he was talking about SED, right? And so I want to ask the question: would it be a failure amongst the coach if SED do not win a championship? I understand, Aiden, that young man has been to a championship at least 4 times since I seen him, right? If they don't win, is a testament to how good voodoo is, or is that bad or bad coaching to the point where they don't know how to make the proper adjustments to get themselves over the hump? Because one of them got to give. If they are always playing the same team and then they just can't get one victory to make the proper adjustments, it seems to me it's more of the coaching. Now, I specifically stated already that I felt like the coaches was calling some crazy plays. Now, I said that, right? But I didn't equate that to being bad coaching. But when the man said this, I said, you know what? Damn, that might be accurate. He said, if they don't win, right, they need to call the police on them. They need a 3-year ban. And I don't see how people get up in orange when you talk like that. But I think for the most part, man, it's some validity to it. Like you're playing a team, right? At least 4 times or 3 or 4 times, and it may not be in the same coaches, but then now one time can we get it done? You know what I'm saying? Like that might be a testament to the coaches. So You said failure, a harsh word. Hey, Aza was good. Marietta Cardinal was good. PA football was good. Yeah, that's a harsh word. But at the same time, man, it just speaks like adjustments. I don't care who you are. If I'm coaching, ain't nobody gonna beat me no 5 times. And this is the time where I think that it's even harder for SED now because they got teams like Miami Garden Ravens just got that much better, right? And I'm gonna speak to them. Um, then you got Miami Garden Ravens, you got SED. Then I hope Mac Dolphins is a team that actually decide that they want to play in YNC or wherever they go. I want to see these teams play because hey, ball head sport was good. Because if these teams actually decide to play against each other, man, that's going to be the hardest road to championship that Voodoo have faced thus far. Because if you got to play Mac Dolphins, if you got to play, if you got to play SED, if you got to play Miami Garden Ravens, right, and then they got some other team. Let's say DMVU go there. You got to play DMVU. Man, that's a hard road to a championship. And I already explained to everybody that when it comes to the 11U for the past few years, the 11U, the winner that you thought was going to win, have not been the executor. They have not been the one that came out victorious. So therefore, I think that it's a long road ahead of them. Voodoo got to get better in certain areas. They got to get better in certain areas. If they plan on, really giving themselves a chance to win from 6U all the way up until 13U, they're going to have a passing game. And 11U is going to be the biggest test this season because you got, like I said, you got number 3 that played for Brick City is now playing at the Miami Garden Ravens. A lot of those players decided that they wanted to also go play with that team, Miami Garden Ravens. So Miami Garden Ravens, they stack. They super stack. So they got a, you know what I'm saying? Like they got a great opportunity to also win. The Miami Garden Ravens, you feel what I'm saying? So I think that's a good one. But SED, I think they would definitely be another contending team for next season. Long as they got aided on that team, they're gonna find a way to get to that championship. So they're gonna be good. But the problem is they may not even get to the championship next year. They may lose straight in the playoffs because if they got to play somebody like the Miami Garden Ravens and the road is Miami Garden Ravens and Voodoo, I don't think Miami Garden Ravens lose to SED. Now it could be, right? Yes, and we're gonna get to that too, right? And it could be that, as y'all can see, I'm talking a little bit about this 10U because that's where it seemed like some of that smoke gonna be at. But we got to make sure that these games are getting played, right? Forget trying to hold on to, you know what I'm saying, playing and all that other stuff. Bro, we got to see these games at least twice this season. They should be playing it. And if they can, and if Coach Mark is literally successful at that national league, then yeah, that's a league that they should play in. They should figure that out. They should make sure that they are putting that together. I think everybody should have a hand in that because it only makes sense. If you got a bunch of teams that's looking to go into YNC to compete, these teams should be playing against each other. And if this season, right, that's coming up is anything like next year, we got to make sure the teams like Wahoma, I don't care if another team is undefeated. If a team like Wahoma is playing the smoke and they get a few good wins, we got to make sure that those teams are getting into YNC because they want to play the smoke. And on top of that, they showing you that they can beat some of these top teams. So that's a team that I prefer to see in the Nationals next season if anything if these teams decide not to play again, right? So 10U is gonna be stacked. Again, we got Miami Garden Ravens, SED. I'm hoping Mac Dolphins come. I'm gonna ask Coach Al, right? Do they wanna go right for DMV? What is it? DMV Ferrari boys. I think that'll be a great test for them as well, right? If these teams can go, man, that's gonna be big. And not just that, some of these individuals out here, bro, this is their last season. Let's go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? And get this show going because I think in Texas, they only go up to, if I'm not mistaken, 12U. So I personally think if they don't win this season, they may not even play 12U. So I want to see all of these people playing, on the same, like in the same league. I don't care if it was AYF. If they decide that they want to go to AYF to play the game, then let's do it there as well. You feel what I'm saying? But we got to make sure that these games played. But let me see what 35 Loaded says. Nah, everybody can't win. It's a 1 in 8 chance of becoming a YNC champion. For example, Michael Vick is still considered a great without a Super Bowl. Now that's facts. That's facts. Now everybody can't win, but what I want though, I want a lot of resistance um uh when it comes to voodoo, right? Voodoo has had a lot of teams that has been scared of them. These teams that I mentioned are teams that are not scared of voodoo. And so that's what we need. We need teams that's not trying to avoid the A spot, right? We just need teams that say, look, man, we get them. We gonna come, we gonna play, we gonna compete, and hopefully we come out victorious. Because if we can get that, then we gonna have a great chance at seeing some very historic, things, right? So that's what I want to see. I don't want to see no ducking or no smoke, bro. Because they will. They will. If they can, and if the coaches that come out like last season, bro, they're gonna try to avoid. And in fact, they may not even play in the tournament. And I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. But he said in some instances, we don't put enough emphasis on defense, play calling and adjustments. Offense always dominate the conversation. You right. You're absolutely right. I'm glad you said that. To be honest, right? You got some really good teams, and that's why I say, like, if you could get Mac Dolphins to actually get a few more additional pieces, right? They are a legit contender. The problem is, right? They couldn't stop voodoo. They didn't have certain pieces. They was missing certain pieces, which basically gave voodoo the chance. Because if you really look, right, they couldn't keep the defense off the field. So defense is very important when it comes to winning a championship. It just so happened that Mac Dolphins played in the AYF, which is a good league, but they were, that much more dominant than all of the people. That's why I was saying, like, man, they should have just went to, YNC, because that league was too easy, man, for them. For them. I'm not saying that it was just easy, but it was for sure too easy for them. So I don't want to see that again, bro. I want to see competitive football this year. That's all I want to see. I want to see these teams play. I want to know who's the better team and not just speculate. I want to know, um, like, who can make the better adjustments. I want to see who does well after a loss. How do they bounce back? Some like who is it? Walk them down. Walk them down was an excellent team when they lost, right? They made proper adjustments. They did really well. And so that was a team that I feel showed me that they can pretty much do it all. So walk them down. They get a shout out. And then I didn't even mention them. But the only thing is, did they get another quarterback? Did walk them down get another quarterback And if so, who is the quarterback? Because that was the whole thing for me. It's like, okay, yeah, they're good, but like, do they got another quarterback who can, pass the ball like the other guy? I don't know if they got that. So therefore, I don't know. It seemed like it's not gonna be the same. The same walk him down. But let me see. He says Rod Mack is back. Definitely about to talk about that. He said SED has shown they are willing to get outside and ain't no running nobody, I believe. Right? Yeah. And that's the thing. SED is one of those teams. They want to play the smoke. Aiden, I don't think there's nothing in the world that he wants more than to be able to beat Voodoo. It's the only thing is that they're just coming up short. And I think that the coach for SED pretty much found it out later in the game because it was a close game when they played versus Voodoo. It's just that they made the adjustments too late. So therefore, Voodoo, you know what I'm saying, took off and ran with the game. But it was close. It was close. Besides the interception at the end for the touchdown, to where it didn't look like it was close. He says, "You think MGR will be better than the rest of Florida at 11U over Bugatti, Woj, Progress Village, Osceola, West Side? Hell to the yeah! I think Miami Garden Ravens is going to be the better team, and not just that. They got Rod Mack back, right? They got Rod Mack, which is somebody that knows great talent, right? Now he couldn't get over the hump versus Coach Mark, lost to him twice, but still, versus everybody else, they did some amazing things. So you got somebody that knows you football, right? It seemed like the only one that probably can get them in that age is Voodoo right now, right? And that's mainly because they have a hurry up system nonstop, and none of these teams are conditioned enough to stop that. Especially if you're having a game to where um like some player that you put in is messing up and you want to get him out. Voodoo does not allow that. Voodoo do not allow that at all, because what happens when it comes to Voodoo, Voodoo will, they a fast pace. So everything that they're doing and you trying to get off the field, you would get, what I'm saying, too many men on the field called on you several times. So that's why, like I told somebody a minute ago, when you play against Voodoo, bro, that the whole style and the play of the game has to be rehearsed. And if it's not rehearsed, then y'all in trouble. Because a lot of times, man, the coaches be like, "Oh, hurry up," and they don't have any sense of urgency. So you need to watch a lot of film on them, and you need to make the proper adjustments. If they come with the same scheme as they always been doing, they're in trouble. Bottom line, bro, they're in trouble. You feel what I'm saying? So yes, I think that Miami Garden Ravens will be better than Bugatti. And in fact, Bugatti lost too many pieces, if you ask me. And a lot of those people that played for Bugatti, right, went over to Miami Garden Ravens. So I think they're going to be good. Only the biggest thing, man, is they added some of the best players from Brick City over to the Miami Garden Ravens, as well as number 3. So would they be able to stop him? Is he going to be too much? Would he be able to display that same type of dominant style of play like they did last year? And I think Progress Village is going to be a good team, but I think, if you ask me, Osceola might be the better one other than Miami Garden Ravens. Osceola. So I think they're going to be good. And that's another team that I would like to see come to YNC too, is Osceola. That's another team. But far as the Bugatti, I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, especially since you had the coaches that end up quitting on them after they lost versus Voodoo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think they're gonna be the same. He says got to stop using the term nobody when referring to the 15th or 20th ranked team. If there's 50,000 teams in the country, then being 15, you are in rare company. Man, look, man, I be speaking in figuratively terms, man, figurative terms. What he say? Seem like you gonna have to make DuckTales a weekly segment on Sundays after a call out game doesn't happen. One of he says one you got all the facts, of course. Yeah, once I get all the facts, for sure. And you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely up for it, man. It's just that I just rather that they play, man. And I'm gonna say this too, man. I gotta say this. I reached out to Rarebreed, and this is they would be 9U. And I would hate for this to be accurate because Frankford called me and they send me a DM letting me know that they're coming out here on the 26th and 27th, right? And they trying to get the games. And I reached out to Rare Breeds and I haven't heard nothing. Let me find out. Let me find out that they ducking this smoke. Because I just seen something where they said that they're trying to get a game and all that. I just reached out to them and I haven't heard nothing. Almost a week so far. So Rare Breeds, and matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to Coach Mark and ask him, Coach Mark, you told them dudes that they was gonna get a game. They trying to play y'all. They serious. They reaching out to me trying to set dates. So I got 2 or 3 other teams, right? That they may play after them. One may be so icy, right? Other one actually is it may be 3. YJB, right? PTD, and then I'm gonna see if Stepped On, right, is willing to play if they don't play either one of them other teams. But man, I have not heard from neither of them asking, like, hey man, yeah, set it up, set it up, set it up. So I would hate to think that Rare Breeds 9U this year, 9U is not trying to play versus another champion, right? From the AYF, you know. So if they not trying to play, then that to me, bruh, it don't even matter. I mean, it's congrats that that they won, but that don't even matter to me no more. What matters is what we doing now, what we doing today. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. He says, can you give your preseason top 5 for each age group? All right, so what we talking? AYF, YNC. That first, I gotta know that one. He says Coach Mark and Cal both told Coach Juice to hit their DMs. What I missed? Been locked out of my social. Well, definitely hit Coach Cal. I DM'd them as a group myself. So Coach Cal was saying that he's going to give him an answer, right? So that's why. But I let them know that I got 2 other teams. If So Icy don't want to, if they not able to play that game, but from Rare Breeds, I have not heard anything from Rare Breeds at all. And I'm trying to figure out why are we not, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we not making this game happen? You feel like I'm pretty sure they got other games that they have on the schedule. I'm pretty sure already they're not waiting until, everything starts in June. I'm sure that they're trying to make a schedule now, like everybody else. So I don't know, bro. It just don't seem like they want to play, man. It just don't seem like that to me. He says, "Come on, Ken. Only team 9U worth playing down there for Frankfurt is Rarebreed. So Icy or GPE. He says nobody else worth traveling for. No, but if they beat Rarebreed, that's the only team work. I mean, that's the only team that you need. To be honest, that's the only team that you need. But like I say, YJB is a good team. PTD is a good team. GPE is a good team, right? And what's the other one? So Icy is a really good team. So yeah, so Icy is supposed to be the team that they're playing, but I got other teams lined up right as a backup in case they can't play that game. That's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to give a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, N, E, F, G, and an H. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, because sometimes, man, people pull out of games, and I need other teams to be ready to, fulfill that void. Because I don't want to see teams traveling and then you don't get the work that you're looking for. They gonna get this work. That's for sure. I'm putting a stamp on it. They gonna get the work. We just got to make sure that that they're doing all the stuff that they're supposed to do. Right? He says they can play good teams up north. Well, PA, this is what I'm saying. If they beat rare breeds, the teams will travel up north. This is why they come into play. You come to play and steal home field. Y'all can run with that. I promise y'all, I'm gonna talk about that game, especially if y'all win. I'm gonna talk about that game. I'm gonna talk about that team every show. Everybody's gonna know who Frankfurt is. Now I talked about them last season, but this season that will be a talking topic that I will make sure that I implement damn near every show. So they're gonna get they just do. It's just that the main team that I'm really focused on is the rare breeds, but I just haven't heard from none of them. So I don't know what to say. But other than that, let's talk about this Duval Jags, man. So I believe it's the coach from Duval Jags said that he watched the show, right? He seen the show yesterday, and he basically didn't like how Coach Lou, he felt like they were capping, right? Like they not even good. And he's basically telling them that they need to win the games versus So Icy and RDE. He didn't mention Rare Breeds, but he just make it seem like, man, in order for y'all to get to smoke, man, you got to beat those teams that's down there in Georgia. And he's saying that he wants to smoke in Georgia as well. And he feels like he's the one that's been beating up on Georgia teams, and ain't none of the Georgia teams are better than Duval Jags. And then the last time that they played, literally, the last time that they played versus the Duval Jags, versus So Icy, they won when it counted. They played in the YNC, but last year I didn't see them at all. But Duval, the coach, he sounded like he wanted to smoke. He sounded like they got better. In fact, I'm gonna reach out to coach to see if he want to come on here, because we need those games. He got a lot of games to play if he come down here. He got Rarebreed, he got Georgia Eagles, Georgia Falcons. What's the other team? I said Georgia Eagles, Georgia Falcons, and then they got So Icy. So they got a lot of teams that they can play. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be a waste of time. In fact, they supposed to come out here. But I think, man, why do everybody feel like the Georgia Falcons is just ain't good? Like they just have not been winning over the years. It ain't like, if y'all at least gave that type of credit, then I'll say, all right, bet. They just don't feel they feel like they getting lucky, or son. It's like they're winning, and then we still kind of coming up with reasons as to why they not good. Like that don't make sense to me. It doesn't. I've been trying to make sense of it for the past like week and a half or something like that. Like, damn, okay. Why do they say that this team is not good, but they're winning? Last year they came up short when they played for the Georgia Buckeyes. But look who they played. They played with like one of the number one teams in Georgia, which was RDU at the time. And not just that, they gave themselves a chance to win, and they only played one good half. So I don't know. I don't know. He says coach sound like he was coked up. He had to be high talking like that. Yeah, he felt like, man, hey, coach felt like, man, that he's better than every team in Georgia. But I like it. And from what I'm hearing from Coach Cal, is he's supposed to, the coach from Duval Jag is supposed to be coming out here. It's supposed to be coming out here. So, hopefully he come out here. But if he do, in fact, why not come out? Why not come out here for the war zone? In fact, the war zone is a place where everybody would get the opportunity to play everybody. Why not just come to war zone? I think that'd be a good thing, because well, they can also come if it's preseason, battle preseason in Atlanta or at Alabama. They can also do that. But I've seen a lot of these teams, right, have opportunities to get known, get recognized, and all that and stuff, and then they don't play in these type of events. But you got Warzone, right? Uh, you got preseason battle, right? Then they got tournaments that goes on. You got Born Chase who try to create some stuff, with some good teams and all that. You got a lot of people doing some stuff. Then you got Southern Hospitality, which they got a lot of teams that you can play, go get the smoke in. Like, bro, this year should be the year where people are playing a lot of good teams. And that's facts. He says they are considered the punching bag at the age group, Ken, so much so that they nickname at AU was the Georgia Black Eyes. Man, look. Hey, coach. That's not why. They just don't like the group, bruh. They didn't like, first of all, wasn't nobody really talking about them. People, a lot of individuals like the Coach Cals and people from RDU didn't like how I was saying how good they were. Didn't like that I was saying that that a lot of teams are avoiding the Georgia Buckeyes, right? And a lot of people was upset about that. They were upset, and they felt like I was giving them too much credit, and it's not that I'm giving credit that deserve. That's the difference between me and most individuals. I'm not going to slight a team. I may give a prediction and say, yo, the team that you feel is better may lose, right? But I'm not going to say, oh, no, they're not a good team. I'm not going to do that. He says, we'd like to see some of these games in October, November, when teams have jailed, right? A little more, as opposed to exhausting all goods matchup in preseason. Yes. That's why I always say, and you heard me on here, PA. I said, nah, man, play Rarebreed, later. I told Coach Cal that. I said, nah, man, y'all play Rarebreed later, bro, when they found their identity. I think all teams that are good should play and later on, right? And here's the thing. If you played in a battle, right? Hold on. Let me open the line. If you play, okay, let's say you played in battle, right? And you finish at a certain record or a certain ranking. I think you should come into the preseason at that ranking. And then later on, right? Like PA football said later on, you can, you know what I'm saying, like play in these events and then, you know what I'm saying, get your rankings then, right? Towards the middle of the season. I think you should come in ranked, you know, based on the way that you placed last year, right? I think you should come in with that same ranking. And preseason, it stays the same. Then, like mid-season or something like that, or whatever, when the games can be played, because I know a lot of these teams can't get into leagues, so play the games later on, and then pretty much, you know, start the rankings then, because it doesn't make sense. Well, it still does make sense, but it doesn't make sense to still give a ranking at the end of, you know, the season after the championship is won, just for a team to come in unranked. Like, I played in battle. I was supposed to be 2. I lost, but I'm not considered number 2 until I play in the preseason again, or I play in your tournament. Like, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Right? So I think moving forward that whoever is top 10, right? Whoever ranked top 10 should be the individuals throughout preseason, right? Because preseason is when everybody is trying to see what they got, right? And then it's not going to pretty much be the team that you end up staying with, right? So it's going to be a lot of adjustments, a lot of movement, a lot of that, this and that. But mid-season, you know what I'm saying, where everybody kind of found their groove and stuff like that, then that's when, you know, they should start doing the rankings. That's when it makes sense. That's when it matters. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is when they come out with the rankings in preseason, what happens is a lot of teams don't play. They don't play at all. So hold on, I'm about to open up the line right now, bro. So I think, you know, personally, that yeah, the rankings can wait. Hold on, let me read this right quick. He said, Street says, he says, that's what I was trying to say, that that only they can, people just don't respect the GA Falcons and what they did. Been trying to tell you this. He says, but you think I'm hating on them. I ain't saying you hating. I'm not saying nobody hating. Trust me, I'm not saying nobody hating, because I can't call nobody a hater. I can't even call Fanatic a hater. I would never call somebody a hater for their opinion. I'm not that type of person that wants you to be counseled because of your opinion and all that, bro. I'm not that. I'm sitting up here talking to y'all. People can think that about me. It ain't no hating. Your opinion can never be hating unless you got malice behind it. Now, if you own some malicious stuff, then I can go ahead. But nah, somebody's opinion is just that, your opinion. You know, despite that people don't like it. Hey, it's open, man. So when you call in, let me make sure. Stuff like that. All right, it's open. That's when. All right, you can call in now. Let me move this real quick. All right, if for whoever want to call in, you know what I'm saying, here's the number I'm about to put on. Here is the number, right? I believe right here. What the heck? All right, that's the number right there if y'all want to call in. But nah, man, I definitely think that a person should be allowed to have their opinion. Now, and I'm not saying it's a difference between having an opinion and talking down on somebody. He said they ain't gonna come up for. But hold on, no. I'm not gonna even brush past this part right here, where he says I'm gonna reread this. He says, "That's what I've been trying to say." That basically on that day, he says people just don't respect the GA Falcons and what they did. So what did they do? I'm trying to figure out. That's the part that might make this whole thing connect to me. What did they do that I don't know about? Because I know that they left the organization, but it was stemming for different reasons, right? I know that, but what was done that I don't know about? He says they ain't gonna want to come up for war zone in battle in Alabama, and they come back for battle on Labor Day. Somebody gonna have to go coach a fade in Florida. You saying that Duval's not gonna come up? Or are you saying that Georgia Falcons is not gonna come up to play? Cause I that's the one thing I haven't seen is them not playing the best teams or trying to play the best teams. I've seen them always run to the smoke. That's the one thing I can say. I wouldn't. I can't lie on nobody. He says, "I know y'all love Georgia, but y'all sleeping on DMV area at TNU, DMVU, Maryland Elite, right now MD Heat, AYFD2." From Baltimore, Westport Patriots, PME, VA Bulls. Hey, definitely. I was just talking about Maryland yesterday. And then I talked about DMVU. They were going to be good, but you're right, man. The thing about it is this. It's hard because a lot of them don't tap in. See, that's the thing, PA. They got to start tapping in. You feel what I'm saying? If they tapping in, then I can know what's going on out there. But these teams that you mentioned, I'm already on them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what's going on that way. I was able to talk about the Philadelphia and how people was feeling about them because I went on the live and I seen them talking about it. So that's why I was able to talk about it. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? They not let me know what's going on. He says, you have to get them game schedules early because it's hard to get them scheduled at the last minute because people either don't have room or they running or strategically scheduled games. I mean, yeah, that's facts, but that's why, like I said, I reached out to Rarebreed and I haven't heard nothing, and I'm trying to get them to, make sure that Frankfurt Charger get them on their schedule. But I haven't heard nothing back. And I was like I said, I would hate to see that they ducking. I would hate to say that. And the thing about it is, if they all right, let's say let's say they don't have a schedule. That looks even worse because now I'm reaching out to you for that to be a possibly one of your first games. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make that game. He says we need an index as opposed to a ranking preseason. Right? He says for an official list of national teams and what nationals are, they declaring for December. Hey, PA, you know what, bro? You be having some really good things, right? Hit me. You gotta hit me outside of this, man, because sometimes, like when I be talking, like you be saying some real good stuff, but then as I'm talking and talking about other subjects and stuff like that, then I kind of forget some of the good stuff that you said to apply. Yes, hold that thought, bro. Send me a DM so we can put this together. So we can, you know what I'm saying, assure that we can make some of this stuff happen. He says they had a terrible season despite having all the changes and etc. Who had a terrible season? Oh, amazing season. Oh, amazing. He fixed it. All right, my bad. Oh, Duval. Duval not coming out here? And I don't know. They said that they run Georgia pretty much. That's what I got from it. What did he say? Scouting modern recruited Philly. It's too good. Hold on, let me see. Kai, what is it? I'm gonna just call you OL. He says, "Hey, from Australia in Netherlands system is taking points from America way of drafting or scouting modern recovery. Philly is too good to win. What? Hey, hey, Coach Cal was good, but nah, man, I just think that this season, bro, we got a lot of good teams. We just got to make sure that these games happen. And I already know why Coach Cal in the building. DMVU, they want that game. I don't know if y'all schedule it yet. I don't know if the game is made that y'all was able to make that happen yet for the Frankfurt. But like I say, man, I need some answers from Rarebreed. I understand that y'all good. I've been, behind y'all for a minute, but I'm not gonna condone no ducking, none at all. It don't matter who you are. Nobody is exempt. If the behavior, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody sit there and tell me that, oh man, I just haven't been checking my DM and you posting stories, bruh. The first thing that you see when you get on the Facebook or IG or whatever is you see those red numbers, right? How many messages you got. Can't nobody tell me that you ain't checking them messages, bruh. He says, he said, and we underestimating them teams. It's just proving that the South is where the smoke is. Is where the smoke is at. If you not jumping in this fire down here, hard to know if you good or not. I mean, that's facts. That's facts. But I do think they got a lot of good teams out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I do feel what PA was saying. What he was saying is, okay, that's cool. Y'all been winning, right? Y'all home. How do y'all play when y'all go travel? Are y'all this good? Are y'all nervous? Do y'all have that grit in y'all, right? To go play at somebody else's home field and all this other stuff. That's what he wants to see, right? But like I say, when it comes to the Frankfurt Chargers, if they are able to win this game, I can assure you that that's going to be, the first big step for them to make. Hey, Street, I got the line open, bro. I was waiting on your call. He says, I'll definitely hit you up when I get back into my social. Yes, I got you. Appreciate it. Yes, facts, man. We got to make all this stuff happen, man. He says, nah, I ain't say they wasn't coming. I said they wasn't gonna come up 3 times in one season. Oh, yeah, nah. They can get two other teams. They can get two other teams for sure, right? And pick your poison. Do you want to play? I know for sure it's gonna be so icy. That's number one, right? They got them. I talked to Coach Cal. He said Brody usually good on his word. They supposed to be coming down here. I bet. Cool. Now y'all just need to play one more game. Okay, y'all can play one more game, and that's either Rarebreed, that's either Georgia Falcons, that's either Georgia Eagles, right? I said Georgia Falcons, RDU now. Those are those three. So they got a lot of choices. Hell, they could play Georgia Force. And I know a lot of people don't want to give him no credit neither, but Georgia Force is a good one. OTF is a good one. Who else they got? They got a couple of good teams, you know what I'm saying? That I think that's gonna be in contention to possibly go somewhere this year. Just watch my words. Mark them. 35 loaded says youth football is not the NFL or college. You want us out our comfort zone. You gotta beat us out our spot. or build that relationship for the Southern teams to travel regardless. Okay. All right. Y'all heard it. So for anybody that want to know why Georgia teams don't really travel, it's because they beat all of the teams. So they dictates location. So if you want to get them to come out of their comfort zone, one, y'all got to establish a relationship, and two, y'all got to beat them. Or should I say, one, y'all got to beat them, and then two, establish a relationship, because that's what it's gonna take. But I get it, man. Um, some people ain't able. Like, I get it. I definitely get it. But that's why I always go back to what? Gotta learn that business. Got to. Got to, got to, got to. So therefore, um, shout out to Frankfurt, because it looked like they're for sure coming down here. They're trying to get everything going so they can establish, right? So they can establish everything that they need to get done, right? In order to make that trip. So they might got to put some money aside, do some some donations or whatever, right? So they can get down here. But they're trying. They're willing. These are the type of teams that and coaches that really want to see their child doing good. They want to. And like I said too, you come down here, you're gonna get a lot of exposure. You're gonna get heavy exposure. You're gonna get guaranteed, people filming y'all. And then a lot of these people get millions of views after, what I'm saying, after the season is over, when it's all said and done, about 2 or 3 million views. So, like, okay, let's say AMP. Like, you got the AMP qualities, you got the Alert Sports, you got the GA Reels, you got myself, you got the Fanatics, you got who else? You got but he don't really be there, but you got J Penn, you got who else? Oh, you got Michi, right? You got a lot of you got a lot of people that actually come out and film. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they gonna get that nowhere else. That's why, bro. So when you say traveling, and I always talk to people about it, I want it to make sense. Now, these kids gonna come out here, they're gonna get a lot of exposure. I just name, what I'm saying, a lot of these. Oh, and that I ain't even mentioned, depending on how big the game is, you got Lafayette from under the radar that comes out. I'll call him. Then you got Capture a Star. I also call him. So do y'all have that many people out there filming the kids? If not, then sometimes it doesn't make sense. But we are looking to travel to Philadelphia this season. When we see them play some of the best games, we're definitely gonna come out there. Fanatic and I are making it a point to come out there. He says that sounds good for a state that what it say, that's wet behind the ears when it comes to national ball. We get it. Y'all a little uh Joe down. What do you say? Y'all a little Joe down there over y'all recent YNC success. Before that, y'all was local. Man, hey, that boy came with he trying to get some. I see what he's doing though. I see what you're doing. I'm looking to try to get some people out there, you know what I'm saying, for org versus org. But they are right. When if I go by what I've been saying all of this time, right? If I go off what I've been saying all this time, winner dictate location. That's why it's very important for Frankfurt Charger to win versus Rarebreed if they can get that game. If they can't get Rarebreed, let's see and move on to GPE. If not GP, well, they got most likely they got So Icy. Okay. Coach Cal is a person of his word, you know what I'm saying? and I don't see him ducking the smoke. So he's just looking to see what it is that he got to do, right, in order to make sure that that game happens. So I'm kind of just putting that in the books, right? I'm kind of doing that, but they've been winning the past. Yeah, he said, okay, this coach right here from Frankfurt Charter. But like I was saying, coach, I reached out to Rarebreed. I haven't got a response. Now I'm gonna end up calling probably Coach Zoe to see what's going on. Right, I let everybody know. I don't know if you spoke with Coach Cal yet, but like I say, I haven't seen him reneged on the game yet. So if he's really talking about making the game, that's something that they're definitely gonna do. But I got some other games for you. If not, right? Like you said, GPE is another game that could be made, right? They're going to be a really good team as well. They got some Rarebreed players as well. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be a really good team. So, hey, trust me, coach. I'm working to try to get this game made. He says, who the next two teams Rarebreed ranking too long, taking too long to respond. He says, who the next two teams? Well, like I say, I got So Icy, right? Right. He says he's trying to confirm that I'm trying to confirm these dates so my parents can start planning. God, yeah, I know. So you talk to after I made that post, I have three other teams that hit me up. PTD, gonna be a good team for sure. YJB, good team for sure, right? In fact, another team that I'm gonna look for, and they're a really good team. Eastside Babies. I don't know if you heard of them. They 404, so that's another good team. And yeah, but we gotta get we are that GPE. I'm looking to get that GPE, so I'm gonna see what they're doing. If they need a game, but we're gonna get you some good games. We talk about ranked teams. We talking about ranked teams. That's what we're gonna do. He says, Ken, did you hear Frankfurt complaining about anyone traveling to Philly? He says, no, it's just like you said, why not come to a real football town with 1.5 million, right, and a half people? It's not like it's hot Idaho or Utah. Now I say this. How many of those people come to the games? That's why, hey, man, I'm telling you, Frankfurt, that's why it's important for them to win this game. It's important for them to win this game because, like I say, winner dictate location. And not just that. You beat them boys are gonna want to come out there again, right? To play, to try to win. So that's gonna bring, a lot of people out there because I'm sure they're not just gonna come along. I'm sure that. I'm 100% positive that they're not going to come along. He says, Coach Juice don't travel to Georgia to play nobody other than Rarebreed, So Icy, or GPE. Other than that, your chances at YNC preseason. Well, I'll say this. Why not get a light touch? These like if you can play one of those three, right? Why not play the other touch if you feel like it's light? Because the thing about it is, what coach is gonna tell me afterwards, like, damn, bro, that was a close one. That's what he gonna say to me. I can assure it. I can for sure assure that. You know what I'm saying? Street says, he says, number one in the nation, just chilling. They will get back with y'all when they done. He says, P.S. He says, please send number one. Ain't gotta come to you. Don't care how many people at the game. Nah, he's not saying that. They trying to come out here, T Street. They trying to come out to Georgia. They just trying to lock in the game. And what I'm saying is, you know, I've sent a DM to them, and I've seen like posts and all that stuff, right? Unless I went to the wrong, I could have went to the wrong page. I'm gonna be honest. I could have went to the wrong page. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call, because it did still say 8U, right? So I'm not sure if it's still that page. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check with coach, and then I'm gonna definitely get at you, Coach Kirk, because that game needs to happen, bro. It definitely needs to happen. But he says, well, tell so icy in GBE, let's get it. Let's get it then, since Rarebreed's nowhere to be found. All right. Well, I definitely reach out to them too. Definitely reach out to them and see. But I think you already talked to Coach Cal, so that one for sure should be in the books. You got information for him. So we just looking to get you either Rare Breeze or GBE. So that's what we're gonna do. But man, I thank y'all. That's my hour. That's my hour. Hey, make sure. Hold on. He says, he says they got a new page for the 9U. Okay. Hey, he 335 Loaded said they got a new page. So yeah, man, my bad. Hey, I take all that back that I was talking for Rare Breed, man. But y'all see though, I'm gonna hold everybody to the same standard, even though Rare Breeds are my guys, right? Those young bulls, I've been telling y'all how good they were last year. They end up winning it. And then the cold part is I said they was gonna win it. Okay, so as Slime Boys, I definitely hit the wrong page. All right, my bad. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to them, and we're gonna see, right? All right, I got you. I got you. He says, can I get a Let's Go Supreme? Hey man, shout out to Supreme, man. I just hope y'all ain't getting some of them players, man, from other teams minimizing that competition. If so, I'm gonna be saying no Supreme. I hope y'all not minimizing the competition, doing that LeBron James stuff, minimizing the competition. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna read these last ones. Let me see. He says they better off. PA says they better off playing Hampton Road in Marshall Heights instead of traveling to GA to play stepped on. I didn't say stepped on, but stepped on YJB. Do the math for Philly in ATL size. You keep talking about this size, man. What about the support? You saying the size, PA? Okay, it could be a million people not going, 1,000,005 people, right? 1.5 million people not going to the game. I'm talking about from the support level, right? Yeah. All right. So these Slime Boys, all right, got that one. That's the new IG. He says, King, can I get a Let's Go Supreme? He says, no, he said, no doubt, I agree. He says, come on, Ken, lay off the goat. Man, here you go with that. No heart. He said, Ken, he said, you gonna get a Supreme jersey. Hey, you know what? Hey, I need street. I need one from your son. I need some jerseys, man. I need some autographed jerseys. I should be having a lot of jerseys, bro. I don't get what's up, man. All I do is get time, bro. I can't get no jerseys, bro. I should be able to forget the backgrounds. I should be hanging up all these jerseys. Are these babies bragging about, hey, yeah, man, I got this jersey. Look, it's signed. Cause I'm gonna hold on to them. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. He says, who is dude? He says, who is dude? GA is the Mecca. Mecca of youth football. Um, who is the Mecca? Yes, is GA the Mecca of football right now? Yeah, right now the Mecca it travels. Oh, so you gonna get it? I bet. Heck yeah, man. I need the jersey signed. Yes, sir. I need that so I can brag every day before the show start. I need some jerseys, that I can brag on having. He says it's football town, Ken. It's the trenches we talking about, right? He says OFC, there's gonna be a lot of people there. Okay. Yeah, nah, then it's making sense. But why? So if it's like that, why aren't y'all getting people? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't y'all able to get them the exposure that they need? Then he says, should have got a GA Falcons jersey last run at this age group. For them was last year. Hey man, cold part is actually from one of the previous players. I'm about to actually get a jersey. I was supposed to just link up with him and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just thought about it like I gotta have something to show for it. I know I don't really too much show my face, and I just let the kids be and all that stuff. But I gotta get something. I just can't like if I don't get these jerseys, people gonna think I ain't did nothing. It look like I ain't did nothing. Other than you know what I'm saying? Other than people going to my YouTube page, it don't look like I did nothing, man. I need to start, making sure that I get some of these jerseys, some gloves, autograph, something, a helmet. If y'all don't, if it's kind of broke or something like that, shit, yeah, I need something. But yeah, bro, that's all I got, man. That's my hour, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, hit that like button on the way out. I should see y'all tomorrow. I'm not sure, but yeah, man, y'all get a notification because I'm pretty sure most of y'all are subscribed to the page. But man, thank y'all again, man, for always showing love, bro. But that's all I got. I'm out.